Even our cap is beat up.
Oh, I see that. Dude. So, do we get the cat back?
I don't know. Maybe since he doesn't have to go on any more Nintendo adventures, he doesn't need a red cap. Who knows?
Nintendo Adventures?
Because all Nintendo protagonists wear red caps, except Link. Pretty much.
But
obviously I can think of a million, but they all have a red accessory. Doesn't
Do
matter,
you
I guess he
think
had an extra.
Do you think he took it to like replicate it? So
I think he just had a few of them. Because he's been wearing it since he was a baby. Remember from the flashback?
Oh, yeah.
So he probably has more than one.
Our
Well,
souls.
Let's see. Yep, it worked. Where's the Fetus Distorter that they came back in? I've never thought about that. They brought our bodies back from with as presumably in the Phase Distorter. Where's the Phase
so if
Distorter?
you save there, why can't you come back if you?
No, because if you save in the Phase Distorter, you're in the cave of the present. You're stuck there. Or if you save in the cave of the past. Because you can't leave, you can't go back. If you open your save file, you're stuck. You can only do the end of the game.
Oh, your save file. Okay, I thought you meant now.
You can't save anymore.
Okay.
We beat the final boss. It's over. Our travels together end here.
You saying this?
I must return to the law and use this experience for the good of my country. Ness, Paula, Jeff, let me demonstrate a strange power before I go. I realized this power as a child. PSI farewell, now! I'll see you again someday.
I love that. It's just a mini teleport, kind of.
But that's interesting.
Where did the present come
And
from?
presumably a hug. I have always interpreted that as a hug. Maybe a handshake?
Maybe.
Paula, Ness, it was great to hang out with you guys. It really was. If you would call that hanging out, it's terrifying. You're really socially
It's
inadequate.
just hanging out.
Not
you know,
inadequate, inexperienced.
Beating an evil creature, just hanging out.
Saving the universe as foretold in ancient times.
It was just a quick hangout.
I'm glad that I had the chance to use some of the theories that I have been studying so hard.
What
It's
theories?
remarkable. If, just maybe, well, I assume from his weapons creations and all that.
Oh yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
if you two get hitched someday, maybe I'll be the one that fixes your broken electronic appliances. I'm going to stay here for a while and see if I can learn more from Dr. Andonuts. I mean, from my dad.
Aww.
So it looks like this is goodbye for now, my friends.
It's goodbye.
It's one word. It's
Okay.
supposed to be one word. I was making grammatical fun of it.
Okay.
Well, they're staying in Saturn Valley to learn from the Mr. Saturn some more. Yes, will you escort me home?
Yes.
I've never,
Don't say
ever
no.
tried to say no.
Don't say no.
Actually, I think I did once. She makes you anyway, but I don't have that heart to do that. I'll miss all of you, but I have to go back to being just a regular kid.
The amount of trauma she has, she will never go back to
Yeah.
being a regular kid.
Well, I gotta get going. She was the bravest of them all. She's the first one to know
You
about
can
the
be
destiny.
brave, but
She was
you
prepared.
can still get trauma.
Well, we still have control, and the game's lagging from the amount of sprites on screen. Let's go ahead and open our final presents. There's a letter from Tony inside.
Probably for Jeff, because why would Tony write the other two?
Letter from Tony. A letter from Tony to Jeff.
Yep.
Dear Jeff, everything's really going great here.
Don't read it.
I wish I could have gone out with you on your adventure, even just part of the way. But instead I'm sitting here, waiting for you in Winters. I want to see you again as soon as possible. I can't wait to see your cheerful face. I bet your glasses are dirty. If you come back, I'll clean them for you. Like I said, I'm waiting for you.
I shipped them so hard.
Yours truly, Tony. P.S. Don't show this letter to anyone.
Well, he didn't, because we read it without him knowing, so technically Jeff did not show it to anyone.
Letter from Mom.
Well, that's not for Jeff.
A letter from Mom to Ness. Dear Ness, how are you? Since you left home on your journey, things have changed around here. For example, I don't have as much laundry. Also, we don't seem to eat chili as much as we used to. See, this is the sequel hook. There's a new villain. Ness's family. Because they don't eat as much chili, so Ness disowns them.
Well,
Ow.
Well, they probably don't eat as much because they don't have to cook as much for you.
So they're still eating plenty of chili.
Yeah, they just don't have to eat as... They don't cook as much, so they don't have to finish your leftovers.
Yes, that's
I mean,
right.
they could eat
That's my
more
headcanon,
since you're not there.
Because all the good characters have to eat plenty of chili, except Pooh, who's a delinquent. I heard that you defeated some universal evil character. What was it? Googie or something?
Is that a play on...
I think that's a pun on Gigu from EarthBound Beginnings, the original localization of it.
Oh, because it's just kind of backwards.
Yeah. Well, that sounds really great. I want to hear all the details, so hurry home, okay? Tracy King and I are waiting for you. No Oxford comma. Ahead of its time. Love, Mama.
Oh yeah, she sounds like she's replying to us, but that sounds really great. From kids?
From kids.
Yeah.
Just any kids.
Just the kids.
A letter from the preschool kids to Paula.
The preschool kids.
Dear Paula, how are you doing? I'm fine. I'm fine too. So are me. Me also. Me okay. Please come and play with us again at the Polestar Preschool. Oh yeah, one more thing. Bring us some presents, if you have any. Sincerely, your friends at the Polestar Preschool. I love how, like...
Sorry, I just yawned.
It's like the Mr. Saturns. Whenever you read that out loud, you're forced to think about how you read out loud the Mr. Saturn text.
Oh, yeah.
Really showcasing how childlike and wonderful the Mr. Saturns are. They're not corrupted.
Oh,
like everybody else in the world is. Like Gygas's race or humans. Truly beautiful.
I like talking to kids because they always mess up their pronouns. Like, because they'll be like, say me when you need to say I.
Oh, yes, I love
and stuff, and it's just like, they with, like, it, I guess. I don't really know, like.
I see what you're saying.
They's plural.
It was fun hanging out together. But we can actually show him the letter from Tony.
Ooh.
Ah, Ness. You've read it already. That Tony has a heart of gold. It
They're
is never,
so cute together.
ever confirmed whether Jeff and Tony get together. I
confirmed it in my head.
For years, I assumed Jeff was straight and didn't return the feelings. I guess just because I assumed by default everyone was straight. But Toy never says that Jeff returns the feelings or anything. Jeff, in my opinion, probably doesn't even realize that Tony has romantic feelings for him.
Awkward. Like, he never had, like, anyone really close to him.
Yeah, plus,
like,
they're all really young, so they may not just realize.
Yeah.
Jeff is probably just naive and doesn't realize, but I would like to assume that they get together. Because
why
wouldn't I?
Isn't it an all-boys school?
Yes, which that's actually way more common for a... like homosexual to be.
Like, because like all-girl Catholic schools, like everyone turns out to be a lesbian.
Also, I'd like to point out the stem there's a 1-pixel stem on Apple Kid's hat.
It's
a miracle. A miracle that has only happened because of your great courage. Believe me, I went through a lifetime's worth of stress while you were gone. I just wish I could have come with you as a robot. I should have used the phase disorder. What a story that would have been. Scientists and 4 kids saved the world.
That kind of makes me feel badly because he kind of just wants to include himself, but it also
Dr. Anos is kind of a jerk.
But it kind of makes him sound like he does kind of want to spend time with them. But when he said like scientists and 4 kids, like it just makes him seem like he's
just
cooler.
Still kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
The chance of Gygas gaining victory with his monstrous plan is 99%.
It did not happen.
However, your courage has produced a 1% chance that Gygas fails. I must try to come to a deeper understanding of this trait called courage. Was that translated incorrectly? Or localized incorrectly? Because why was that in present tense? Buddy, we already beat Gygas.
The thing... Whenever I'm writing, I mess up so much with tenses.
That makes sense, but that one was kind of easy to fix.
Like a past one and have like a present in the same one.
However, this there were mountains of text in this game, unprecedented amounts of text. Like, it was in Winters that we last met. I just got here. TTT.
I wish it were. What's TTT? Like, is he chattering his teeth?
I guess. I always thought he said tee hee hee.
Yeah, we noticed that like last time or something.
Incredible! Excellent! I'm not quite sure what for, but congratulations on a job well done. If we ever have the chance to get together again, let's go on a picnic or something. Maybe we could play horseshoes too. I loved Montauk.
I like that. He's so...
Oh, that was me.
I was...
Was scared. Now KO. I strong. Da-boing.
Da-boing?
I thought it said doing.
Oh.
Zoom.
It is kind of hard. Oh my gosh. No.
Oh. Oh! Breathe is so good!
I put my headphones
He
on.
really means it now. And?
That is a very beautiful lake.
I do what I say. Cross heart. The
What
rest
is
of the
he
Mr.
doing?
Saturns have the same text.
What
It's
was
just
she?
because he promised he would help us before.
Oh.
Well, shall we escort Paula home?
Yes.
No. You can go anywhere in the world. Anywhere.
Let's go to the underworld.
There's not
Where
much
do
to
you
see
go?
there. I'd say at least 50%
Will the
of
dinosaurs
every...
still attack you?
No. There are no enemies in the game. No.
So remember whenever I said like, are they under? It was in the.
No, that was in the failed recording. Yeah, she asked, are they under Gygas's influence? And I said, well, I guess not, because they're just dinosaurs. But it turns out they are, because they're not they won't attack you anymore. Of course, it's just for gameplay purposes,
So we don't
too.
have the ego orb?
Nope, no enemies in the game.
Huh.
For 99% of players. We'll get to that in a little bit, but almost everywhere in the world has mountains of new text for you in this ending. And I don't know why more games don't do this. Where you can explore the world that you actually saved. Most games, you don't really care. You're just kind of sad that you saved the world because the game's over and you want to keep playing the game, but it's over. This game, the song, by the way, is called Because I Love You, and it plays in most places in the world.
Everywhere, basically.
I don't know why they keep...
What?
What? That was weird.
What?
I didn't feel like I pressed any buttons.
I heard you press
Hi.
it.
That was weird. That was an accident.
Why did you say smile so horribly?
I don't know.
Smile.
The book, Overcoming Shyness, was very helpful to us. We've kept it for a long time, but I'll return it now. Thank you very much.
Is this our final, like...
Let's got the Shyness book. We're living in peace now in a wide variety of lifestyles. Thank you very much. In the Lost Underworld, the Talking Rock, after you get all 8 melodies, you can hear, he'll tell you, I'm going back to being a regular rock. I'll shut up now. And the rest of his text, if you ever talk to him again, is no problem here.
He doesn't talk anymore?
Nope, he fulfilled his purpose. He told us about the 8 melody spots. It is assumed, I mean,
so that's all
you can
we
assume,
ever talked about?
Yep.
You think? Okay.
You can assume all the tend to get back together from the Lost Underworld, and they probably don't go back to Scaraba. I think they liked it here. But
yeah.
I don't think any of the Tinda have new text either.
So...
actually, there's something I forgot to do, and I noticed this in editing. We never used this. This book should be required reading for any quiet, shy person.
I do that. I'm not really shy, but I'm
You're
more
not reserved, you just have anxiety.
Yeah.
And
I'm a very outgoing person, but I would rather not.
we could go pay off our debt to that businessman.
What is... Oh, yeah.
Also, oh, never mind. We'll show that later. Why don't we go visit Pooh? There are a million things you can do in the ending, and I'm not going to show the tons of text. I'm just going to show what I think are really the highlights.
Something that's really bothered me throughout...
I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but I'll tell you anyway. I thought philosophy was the study of stones. I love that Stoic Club reference. I now realize it's about studying all night. What? It's not? What were we going to say?
If you're going to college, it's basically studying all night. But, I was gonna say...
Prince Pooh has returned, so everyone is extremely happy. Please stay and relax. I'm sorry, baby.
I don't remember. Oh, how every time we've recorded, I've been exhausted. But it's always at night, so...
I would show the phone. You weren't exhausted last time.
Oh, yeah. The one time.
Yeah, but that's gone forever. I'll show the phone later. We understand that you've experienced hardship in the past. No one could fight the evil entity except you. We are proud. We are happy.
You thought it... Oh.
You're here.
Oh, I thought that was Pooh saying
We have
it.
little, but stay and rest for a while. And he heals you, even though there's no enemies.
Are we...
But
like...
I'm impressed. You did so well for one who hasn't had much training.
I
love that
actually had a
reference
dream about that
between
recently.
Asian culture. Oh, but I want to point out how Pooh says he has little, because, you know, he grew up in palaces, probably visiting
But it's
foreign
like an
countries.
Eastern philosophy too, right? To have little...
Well,
Or for some
I
Eastern
think, but he's a
philosophies.
prince. He has a lot. Look at this gold throne.
You have a... Yeah,
As I
guess.
told, the prophecy foretold of our only chance for success. Please enjoy the life ahead of you as a regular boy.
Like I said, the amount of trauma.
But See, the whole thing is, Nintendo games are empowering because they're trying to be like, yeah, you're a kid too. You can face this. You know.
And how the female leads are always really cool.
Not usually, but in Paula's case, definitely, yes.
Okay. At least in Paula. And in Pokemon, if you're a girl.
Garaba, we could go try to talk to Dungeon Man, but I think we can only talk to him from the back, and it'll just say no problem here.
Who?
So, Dungeon Man.
Oh, okay.
And there's not any interesting text in Scarabus,
it would
to
take
my
a
knowledge.
while to get to it.
So let's go to Summers. Yeah, it would take forever to walk all the way back through the pyramid just for the tiny chance of talking to Dungeon Man.
But at least you don't have to fight anyone.
Yeah, at least there's no enemies.
We need to go to the museum.
We do. Yeah, okay. That's the same line. So maybe not 50%, but a strong.
Did we ever go to the restaurant?
Yeah.
It's in there.
Because the old lady talks about chewing on stones.
I
almost went in the
remember
shop.
that.
That's unnecessary. Oh, hey, let's take an old visit to our buddies at the Stoic Club. This is now a truck stop. Absolutely no minors admitted. The management, the lazy cowpoke, stop and go.
You didn't call.
I told you I'd show him off the phone earlier.
Okay.
I mean later, not earlier. Thanks, buddy. We already did that. And we could pay, but she won't stop you anymore. She has the same text.
Does she know that we like saved the world, or
who knows?
Does she, or do we already pay and it's just been like this? All of this has happened in one day.
Well, every time we went out and in the Forsyth Museum, we had to pay.
Well, Forsyth Museum is less exotic.
That's true.
It's less fancy.
It's nice seeing you in such good shape. I wonder what Porky Pokey's doing. Yeah, that's the boy I met before. Because earlier he talks about a fat rich kid acting all extravagant here. And I will point out something I meant to point out at the beginning of the game. In case you see any EarthBound related media, like say stickers in Super Smash Bros. Or something, or any official localizations of EarthBound, Pokey's Japanese name and English name in every piece of media except the actual game EarthBound is Porky Minch and not Pokey Minch. It's obviously a pun because, like, as Dr. Endonut said, he's a man resembling a pig wearing clothes. So, just putting that out there. But here's something very important. Do you remember when I left one of the Shattered Men alive? If you do that, the game does not expect you to do that. And if you fight him...
Don't die.
If you die, it crashes the game because you're in a cutscene state because no enemies are supposed to spawn. If you die now, it locks the game in the game over screen. And
we're gonna die with him doing 1 HP to us.
I know. Look how far we've come. This guy was like pretty much the only mini boss in the game.
He was pretty hard.
He left a mummy wrap. Paula got a level up off of it. That's amazing. Oh my god.
What was his experience?
I didn't pay attention. I mean, pretty low considering Paula's level 71
I guess
now.
she was just really close.
Yeah, she had
Unless that guy was...
Yeah, how perfect was that?
But, he said that we were looking good. Did we, like, get buff?
Oh, yeah. Did we lose weight over the course of our journey? Because in the beginning of the game, there were tons of references calling Ness fat.
But, like, the thing is that in Smash, like, he's not fat.
Yeah.
He just looks like
that's another thing that confuses people. We don't know. Actually, what do you say? I'm a mighty sailor man. A mountain man, I'm not. The open sea is home for me, and mountains aren't worth snot. I'm writing a song for sailors. I've never seen that before. What do you say? Will you still take us? Compared to the olden days, this boat ride is like being on a luxury liner. Do you want another ride? Give you a ride if you want, since you destroyed the Kraken. $20 per person is fine with me.
I kind of want to, yeah.
It's a very long...
Yeah.
I understand. Stay here and shiver in fear for your future. Well, okay, buddy, I'm getting out of here.
Those lampposts look like the ones in Animal Crossing, because they're just like basic lampposts, but...
I don't think there's any interesting text at all in Winters, so... Let's not go.
Sorry,
because I don't think anybody but Bigfoot is in Dr. Endonut's lab. I've never gone there to check.
Bigfoot? Oh, is that the...
That's the guy who sells beef jerky. Dr. Endonut's assistant. God, that looks terrifying. And
The big guy?
Yeah, the cave boy.
Oh, okay. I forgot his name.
That is friendly and dislikes violence. So let's go to Forsyth, the biggest, quote-unquote, biggest city in the game.
Please run into something again. No. Oh, God.
Oh, that was close. And, yeah, when you do that with two people, it really blurs the screen. Virtual Console hurts your eyes more than the original. God.
Virtual Console?
Yeah, because the original game doesn't blur. They did that to avoid epilepsy.
I thought you meant, like, it just changed without, like... Okay, I don't know how to explain what I was going to say.
No, I mean in the SNES Classic,
okay, so they
Wii
actually
U, and
changed something in it.
Now I can say the Switch
the
versions do that because they're all the same game. The only difference between releases, in English releases, is that blurring effect. You boys are young. I'm sorry, but you did a great job here and out there.
Paula found herself and is now a himself.
I misjudged you guys. I thought you were little snot-nosed punks. I know better now.
That's kind of rude for him, like, to call...
Well, he was really rude in the beginning.
Because, like, stereotypically, like, you're not supposed to be rude to women. So, it's kind of rude for, like, an old guy to be calling a really young woman a snot-nosed
Well, remember,
punk.
he was a corrupt cop who was taking bribes from Anatoly.